Hi, this is Christina from Releasing for a Better Life. I'm going to explain the program again, like I always do, just as a quick reminder of how this works. This is about releasing whatever's going on in your life to your higher power, your God, whatever you have, and letting those energies, the feelings, the emotions, whatever, up to God, and and then allowing those to be cleaned up and sent back to you or kept or whatever needs to happen with them, and then or getting answers back on how to resolve them. So how it works is how I do it is I imagine whatever I'm going through, whatever the issues are, the processes that are going through my life, good, bad, positive, negative, doesn't matter, and I put them all kind of into a ball. Sometimes I attach them to a bird, and I release that up to God. For me, it is a God, just because that's how I was raised, but it could be whatever it needs to be for you. And I imagine God taking those processes that I'm sending up, the problems, whatever it is, and healing them, and sending them back to me. And they come back as messages, they come back as feelings, they come back as emotions, whatever it is that I need them to come back as. And I also use my guardian angel that I see with me all the time as a sounding board. I talk to my guardian angel quite often and tell my guardian angel what's going on, what I need, what I'm asking for. And this can be used in a variety of ways in your life. However you need it to be, it can be used towards getting things that you want, like for the law of attraction, or solving issues in your life, just getting rid of emotions, whatever it is that you need. And that's what this is for. It's a great program. I have been using it now for probably about a year, and it's really made some huge differences in my life. It has made me more conscious, more aware. It's helped me solve a lot of problems. It's also helped me change who I am to make me a better person. These videos I do are a type of video journal talking about what I've been working on this past week, things that you can use, maybe not you, whatever, but things that have worked for me and pieces that I'm using with it. So what I want to talk about this week is when you're having trouble with someone. Now, I listen to Abraham Hicks a lot. I just like the messages that Abraham Hicks puts out there. And so Abraham Hicks, one thing I was listening to with Abraham Hicks is, what if you're having trouble with another person? What do you do with that? And what hit me really close to this is how nice my program ties into that, what Abraham said. So Abraham said, if you're having problems with another person, you need to understand the feelings, not the actual problems, but the feelings, the things that makes you feel when those problems are happening. So, like how this man was describing in the video is he's having trouble with his boss. It's a micromanager. He wanted to know how he could deal with this boss. And Abraham said, how does it make you feel? And he said, well, they're a micromanager, but how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel inadequate? Does it make you feel unimportant? Does it make you feel stupid? How does it make you feel? And break down those feelings. And then you have to figure out how to let go of those feelings in order to not have that person affect you anymore. And so I was thinking about that in the terms of this program. And releasing is a great, great way to deal with that. I mean, I have a boss that, I wouldn't say she's a micromanager, but she is most absolutely the kind of person who I always think of as a punisher. She's always looking for ways to punish people and then kind of brag about it and make you feel, let everybody know that she punished this person this way, in this severe way, in ways such as reporting them to the state or writing them up, or publicly humiliating them. I mean, she's a punisher. She wants to punish people publicly and then lets everybody know that that's what she did, and she did it to make everybody feel, to let everybody know, don't cross her because she'll do the same to you. And it's a very threatening thing. And so when I thought about everyone's in this kind of upheaval around her and kind of upset over her, And I thought about, what does that, have to do with this program? And so when I thought about this woman and how she makes me feel, I was able to really break it down. I'm afraid of her. I'm afraid of, is my job safe? I'm afraid of, am I going to be humiliated? Am I going to be targeted? That's the big thing. So I'm afraid all the time. I'm afraid of her. And I fear what she's going to do to me. I feel, that I'm going to be targeted. I fear that if I do anything, she's going to, that protects other employees, that she's going to come after me. And so I started to just use my releasing technique with these emotions. And you got to discover the emotions to not let that person affect you anymore. And you got to release those emotions. So I started just releasing everything about this woman to the universe. I released them and I released them until they were no longer there. And so everything I feel about her, there's no more emotions with it. Do I feel she's still, a punisher? Absolutely. Do I fear her anymore? No. I have no more emotions around her. And so now I'm able to deal with this rationally and in a calm manner. I no longer feel like finding ways to do the same to her or to, make her feel bad. I find ways to how to not give her any power, how not to give her any of my energy, good or bad. And how do I keep my own energy, my positive energy up while around her or while working for her or while doing things, that she might notice. And it's been such a relief. I no longer come home angry or scared. I do the best that I can while I'm at work. I am happy and positive. At the same time, though, I'm always looking for constructive ways in which to deal with the situation. Constructive ways in which to make sure that I feel like I'm okay at that job. And this has all come about because I released and released and released everything around her until the emotions were gone. There's no more feelings with her. So I'm able to deal with this stuff when I'm there and then come home and be home with my family and not come home and feel stressed. Like, did I make a mistake, or is somebody going to come after me, or are they going to review my work and see if I did something wrong? Because I feel there's no emotions anymore. And I feel like losing those emotions has allowed me to look at her in a rational way, in the situation rationally, and deal with this in a non-emotional, non-attached way. And like I said, the biggest piece is when I'm at work and I talk to people or I deal with this, I deal with it in a very sane way. I'm very calm. I'm like, let's look at how we can do this. Let's look at how we can feel about this and not attach any emotions to this. And then I'm able to come home and let her go. She's not part of my life at home. My life at home is with my family, and my life at work is my life at work. I'm able to go to work and actually just enjoy my job for what it is, and truly just love the job for the best parts that I love the job for, and not stress over her anymore, because I don't have anything attached to her, and know that no matter what happens with her and this job, that ultimately I'm protected. I've let that out into the universe. I've let them have my emotions and my feelings, and I've asked to be protected and taken care of by my angel, and I know that's going to happen, and everything is just calm. For a while there, I would come home, and I've done this with other bosses, because this is not new to her. This is something that happens a lot in works, when you at a job, and I would come home and I couldn't sleep. I would feel stressed all the time. I would, essentially take it out on my family, my husband, because I was so stressed and panicked about what was happening with my job. And it's been such a huge relief. And I believe you could do this with just about anything. You can do it with anything, and you can find solutions. And I remember doing this with my ex-husband a long time ago. He had a lot of pieces that were very hard to deal with, that he was very manipulative, very controlling, did some really unethical things in our marriage. And I remember saying, you know what, I'm going to deal with him in a non-emotional way. I'm going to go very just, I'm going to just handle this, and I'm not going to attach any emotions to it. And that was long before I did this. And I was able to get out of that marriage with relatively little harm. For a man that could have probably asked for a lot from me, got really nothing from me. And I was able to get out of this very harmful, dangerous marriage without much energy attached to it. It just kind of smoothly transitioned out once I detached the emotions. And so I know that this works. And I didn't even realize I had done that till after I started looking at this part of it. So I would recommend to you, when you are going through these tough times and you're going through these people that are making you crazy and question who you are or question what you do, remove the emotions out of it and deal with them on a very straightforward thing. Let the emotions go to God. Give them away. Give all the feelings away and deal with it in a very straightforward notion. Like you would anything else. Like, don't let it hold it. It's like when you get a ticket and, you've been driving, you get a ticket. Then after that, you start fuming over this ticket and thinking, oh, the cop did this, or they were targeting me, or they were after me. And instead, you sit back and you say, you know what? It was a ticket. I'm going to detach all the emotion and I'm just going to continue driving because I've got to get from A to B. I can't stop driving at this point. And when you do that, it calms down. Otherwise, it just eats you up alive. So anyway, that's my thing for this week. Take the emotions out of it. Just deal with it on a very non-emotional level, on a very straightforward level, and see what it does for you. See, again, this can work for anything. This can work for someone you're dating or a coworker you're having trouble with. It could even be a neighbor that you're struggling with. Just remove the emotions, get those out of there, and just deal with it on a straightforward situation. Don't let anything else attach to that, and see if it doesn't work better for you, or see if it's even important, see if it even matters anymore. All right. Well, if you have any questions, please let me know. Please, if you need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or leave me a comment and I'll try and get back to you. Thanks a lot.